counters are ready from Dangler. We'll go ahead and get these two counted down for game number 1. That looks like a side of a hut. Oh, misses the 5-tap. That's going to do it. And Guafi's going to hang some pieces, and that's going to be it. Guafi is done at 1,298,000. Oh, no. No. No! And Guafi is going to be done at 357.
And SV ready to throw down in this Division 1B matchup. Let's go ahead and get them started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Just thought I'd pop in. I'm always happy to talk. Always pop in anytime. Enjoy some good Tetris. Have some good conversation with some fellow Tetris fans. Ron of Rainbow's first time chatter wondering, when did Alex fall out of 1A and how? I don't think it works like that. 1A and 1B are not designation of like skill or quality. They are just two separate divisions. I mean, to give you an idea who's in Division 1B, you have Dangler, you know, world record setting Dangler. Meme, possibly one of the, if not the favorite for, you know, winning pretty much any tournament she's in. Alex T, world champion. What more can you say? Defending world champion CCWC. SV, arguably, maybe not even arguably, one of the, if not the best player out of the UK. Has been in Division 1 for a while. Knight, Akatu, Portal, Guafi. I don't think you can make an argument that really any of these players are, quote, B-level players, so that is certainly not the case here. In 1A, you have Neko, O, Blue Scooty, Cobra, Cole, Redshirt, Hydrant, and Maisie. Those are really 16 very good players. I think these were just put in relatively random. They probably split up the top couple, and that's about all you can say. I don't think the rest of them were like, oh, well, the top 8 go here and the next 8 go there. That is certainly not the case in Division 1 at all. I don't think in any divisions, actually. Usually they go by draw. 164 to 146. Ignore Alex T's level selector. Obviously, he's not playing level 29 right now. He is playing, in fact, level 18. It just looks like 29. So I kind of wonder if that's affecting the score at all. I don't think it is. No, the score is based off of his score, so it's not being calculated on the fly. 198 to 213, so he is not, in fact, playing level 29. It just looks like it. Color-wise. Simul Tetris for both players, 240 to 221. Ron of Shadows is British. Nice. Yeah, 1A and 1B are essentially equivalent. Need to meet sometime for food or something. I agree. I agree. There's actually quite a few Tetris players in the region. Our area of the country, of the United States, that is. What's up, Cobra? Div 1 calibration, right? Captain. 287, 293 now to 278. Yeah, we'll after this game we'll see if Alex can get a little bit of calibration going here for Nestor's Champs, but hey, at least we've got Alex getting Nestor's Champs working at all, so we're good to go. 343, 325, very close game here in level 18. Mick Monkey saying good luck all. Great matches lined up, I agree. Zuli 1 says eyes wide open, yes, Alex T. When he did his crash, his game crash, eyes wide open, eyes wide open. I think that was actually a quote from Fractal too, so the phrase certainly making the rounds. All right, SV working their way through a drought here, or through just a slight bit of traffic. Having to throw more weight on the well on the right side, so no danger yet, but will be a slowdown in pace. Alex already up 1.5 Tetrises. SV now in an extended dig. This is getting kind of dangerous. Obviously, for the best of the best here in the world, usually can get through quite a bit of these really high digs. It's just a matter of losing pace to a very dangerous opponent in Alex Thatch. 449 to 376, so certainly taking advantage. Up 95,000 now, about 4 Tetrises. I don't even have to be like estimated because this is, you know, Nestor's Champs does all the work for you. 407, 495. 19 speeds have arrived for SV. Heading lines right now. About 10 in the future. There's a Tetris to go to 455. Alex Thatch still at 18, even though it looks like 19 or 29. 520,000 though right now. One more Tetris to do it. We'll go in at 544, so very healthy lead from a pace perspective. Real-time lead and pace lead, so certainly has the advantage in these 19 speeds so far. Level 20. For SV at 516. There might be a Somalian Cobra. What? You and Cobra were both here. Oh, I see. The amount of rollovers in comp is around 400. Wow. Where'd you pull that number from? It's a lot of rollovers in comp. How does it detect 29 still? I don't know. It's a special skill. Alex Thatch has a special skill of somehow making Nestor's Champs like confused. It's just a thing. He's the world champ, and the world champ is just so good at confusing everybody with talents, including Nestor's Champs. Ooh, but this board looking maybe a little confused, but this is a dirty setup. 4 off the bottom on the right side, needing a long bar. 668. There's the long bar. Tetris for Alex Thatch, 698. But guess what? SV's caught up to their real-time score is 728 to 727, but up about 15 lines as we now are hitting the later stages of the 19 speeds. We're going to be hitting what is coined the old kill screen in the next 3 levels or so. But oh my goodness, SV, this board is wonked right now. That level 15 color scheme there for SV was not looking quite right either. But my goodness, this board's even worse and not going to be able to make it. 742 will not be enough to defeat Alex Thatch, who's been playing an eternal game of level 29. 806,000. All right, Alex, let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Hopefully, SV's pinky problems won't be too bad. Hand health, man, when it comes to Tetris players, especially rollers and tappers, I would imagine too, making sure your hand's in very good health. Be like a pianist getting a cut on their hand, you know, you don't mess with that. That's no good. No good. Either way, though. Oh, beautiful Z-spin from SV. Oh no. That was a good roof burn. Ah, beautiful. That resolved wonderfully. That was only a 3-line solve for all that. Alex T. So sad that they had to make one burn. But currently up 120 to 98,000. Okay, SV's board starting to climb again. Okay, gets a couple good pieces, having to throw pieces all the way to the right. So once again, doing some extended burns here. We'll call it, now I'm not going to call it a dig because it's all been very controlled. but it's certainly going to be a little bit of a slowdown. All right, gets everything cleaned up. Where's the long bar for SV? Just hanging out here at the top of the screen, waiting for the long bar. Gets it, finally. Gonna go to 131. And now 154. Back-to-backs nearly. Down about 1.5 Tetrises. 194 for Alex. That was really interesting setup there from SV. He knew that there was a hole, so he decided to go ahead and immediately try to get that solved on the left side, with the pieces just not quite cooperating, so it turned into a slightly more extended sequence of burns for SV, and is now just about clean. Gonna go ahead and just take a few more burns here to try to get clean. And does finally get the long bar for the Tetris. Goes to 193, 230. So really, Alex not that far ahead, all things considered. And line count, SV is only about 4 lines in the future, so I'd say maybe about a 2 Tetris lead, all things considered. Not too bad. Vit set up for SV. Holding out for this Vits. Oh. Plugs the well just as the long bar comes. Gonna have to hold out for a couple more long bars to get a Tetris. There's one for Alex Thatch, who's got a couple holes at the bottom as well, so neither player in a position to score Tetris in the short term. Okay, Alex is now clean. Having to set up for some interesting tucks here. Resolves all of them, of course. And gets the Tetris to go to 332. These players are getting pretty close to... I don't know what line Alex is. We'll have to have him calibrate the lines there. There we go. Line 91, it looked like there. For a second, it was like line 8, line 9, and then line 95 for Alex. 103 lines, though, for SV. 328,000 to 401,000. About a 3 Tetris difference, all things considered. Ron of Rainbow saying Guerrero grip for rolling win. Mick Monkey saying the old phrase, I'd rather be lucky than good. But Alex sees just both. Right? It can feel that way as an outsider looking in when someone who's extraordinary talent has some extraordinary talent, but then also you're like, oh man, they've got to get all the right pieces, and then like they get all the right pieces. But you know, I'm gonna just chalk that up to actually more skill than luck. These players have played enough, and they're talented enough to know, roughly speaking, hey, these, you know, my board is accommodating for these 4 pieces or these 3 pieces or whatever, and then they get one of those 3 or 4 pieces, and they can fill in a random tuck. Well, it looks random to us, but it's very much not random for them, you know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just an 800k player, so maybe it is all luck. Who knows? 497, 465. So SV has cut this lead back down. Currently clean, very close to transition now. Just did transition at 489. 520,000 for Alex Thatch, and 3 lines away for Alex. He's got a hole. Gonna probably end up. Oh, goes into transition at 548. So slightly higher transition. Is dirty, but now has a couple of misdrops to start off the 19 speed. Will be burning for a little bit. Might try to build. Nope, just gonna go ahead and burn this down. No fooling around for Alex, as they're gonna go ahead and just bring this down to the bottom. But the lead has shifted as SV is now in the lead, and now looks like a double flip from Alex. Does get that cleaned up very, very efficiently. Holding up for long bar here, level 20. Where is this long bar? There it is. 586 to 599. Now back-to-backs for SV to go to 627. Less than 1 Tetris separating these two, and they are now Tetrising like crazy. Level 22 for both players. 669. Hey now for Alex Thatch. 654 for SV. With a half Tetris lead, but about 6 lines in the future as well. Oh, that was a beautiful L spin. from SV. I don't know, L spins shouldn't like amaze me, but they still just look so cool. Chat, what's your favorite spin? I like any spin, but I feel like L's and J spins are so rare, relatively speaking. I think those things are pretty cool. Square spins too. Square spins are probably my my third favorite. 815 to 821. Wow, these players are neck and neck now. There's a dirty setup here. Center well, 2 off the bottom for SV. Just holding out for Omenvoir. Does get it. There's another one right behind it to cover for a second there. Does get the next one. 882 to 853. CTWC can't afford it. An Elgato, right? No kidding. Wrongly, keep in mind Alex captures Garbo. Yeah, huh. Weird. Counter plus plus. Oh no, SV's board kind of a mess in level 27. Needs to get clean. We are just about to hit the kill screen speeds where, yeah, things for even rollers get a little scary. So wants to bring this board down in the next level or so. Down only about a Tetris. And there's another one. Column 6. SV all the way down to the bottom with 2 lines to spare. Ready to roll for... literally ready to roll for the level 29 speeds. Kill screen speeds. Alex Thatch at a max out. Tetris for SV. Also now at a max out. 47,000 points separating these two. Alex Thatch with a slight lead. And we are now in the kill screen speeds. Brother got 10,000 from CTWC alone in just one Masters event. Yeah, maybe he's spending all his money to, you know, keep up his beautiful hair there in the background. He's also collecting, from what I can tell, looks like he's collecting laundry baskets. Maybe, you know, a lot of that budget's going to another laundry basket, potentially. Those things can be pretty expensive after all. You just never know. With inflation these days, those laundry baskets can really just put you in the hole. 1.1 million, no! 1.106 will be the top out score for SV. And Alex Thatch already in the lead at 1.205. So that will be game number 2 for Alex. And SV, I will say, it looks like your hand really was working better that time. Hopefully the pain from the cut hasn't been too much of a problem. But yeah, Alex Thatch, good game here. Don't buy Parmesan or juice boxes for a couple weeks, right? All that money spent on milk baths. Alex Thatch, get out the broom. I don't know. Let's find out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Maybe all that money is going to whatever food he's always eating during streams. Anyone else knows this? There's like always some food being consumed when Alex Thatch is playing Tetris. That can't be cheap, right? He plays Tetris a lot. If he's always eating when he's playing Tetris, maybe there you go. There's your cost. All your money, all your winnings going to food. Anyways, we did have a simul Tetris to start off the game. Thank you, Nestor's Champs. 45,000, no, 68,000 for SV, 47,000 for Alex Thatch. Tetris. Speaking of funny, I would say probably Tetris. Tetris is probably the funniest restreamer that we have. Like, I legitimately laugh out loud at least once every stream that I watch of Tetris being a restreamer. Absolutely goat, one of the goats of restreaming. 128,000, 182,000. So that's for you. Early lead. I'm a relative noob when it comes to watching Tetris, but I feel like every time I've seen Alex, he's eating, and usually something good, right? Yeah, if it's good, you know, good food is not cheap. I hope you get interviewed again by like Sir Mazer on like a, you know, another Piece of Pendency podcast, Alex Thatch, and they ask you where all your winnings go, so you can talk. Is it the laundry baskets? Is it the yummy food? Are you saving for college? Are you maintaining like your perfect hair? It's the hair, right? It's got to be the hair. 222 for Alex Thatch. SV at 226. Feeling a teenager with this inflation. Oh my goodness. Ben Squirrely's asking Blue Scooty's grandpa, why aren't you playing? Tetris saying at Detroit, I tried to be a professional. I felt really boring, so I'm never going to do that again. I'm telling you, that Kansas City regional, that was one of the most fun, like, commentating things I've kind of ever witnessed. So fun. Neck and neck! Lucy's grandpa, I don't like playing games, you know that, Ben Squirrely. Oh, I love that Blue Scooty's grandpa is here. Like, maybe doesn't like playing games, but is a huge supporter of, obviously, his grandson and the community at large. The Tetris community, we are blessed with the Scooty family. Oh no. Unfortunately, yes, we had to put some holes in the bottom of the stack, but we'll probably just try to build one off the bottom at this point. About 4 extra burns, though. 313, 348. Alex Thatch, very animated right now, gesticulating towards the screen. Like, what's this? What is this? Aki bar for SV. Oh, hey, this is a funny, interesting note for those of you who use or know what an Aki bar is. Well, let me tell you what an Aki bar is, actually. Generally speaking, when people put column long bars in column 9, it's been called Aki bar. But there's some debate. There was debate. Like, is Aki bar column 9, but only when it's like an aggressive placement of it? Like, you know, if it sticks up above the rest of your stack on the left side, is that an Aki bar? Well, it turns out from Aki himself, he says any bar in column 9 is an Aki bar. It doesn't really matter if it's below or above the rest of your stack. He's just literally claiming the whole freaking row for himself. What an arrogant dude, right? Like, who does that? Who goes and claims an entire row and says, oh, no, that's my row. That's the Aki row. That's the Aki column. But yeah, if you're actually going to use Aki bar, you could just say anytime in a long bar, column 9, that's Aki bar. That's straight from the horse's mouth, too. So, anyways, take that for what you will. He's not arrogant, I'm just teasing him. Dr. Aki's awesome. 495, 463, very close game here in level 18. We're just about at 19 speeds. All that animation in this game still pretty dang close. Only about a 1 to 2 Tetris difference between these two players. $19 speeds for SV, transitioning in at 511,000, now 520. Once again, about 10 lines behind Alex Thatch. Long bar came one too late as SV had covered the well. Slight misdrop there for Alex Thatch. A lot of animation on Alex's side of the board tonight. Maybe misdrops, I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's some misdrops there, but like to me, they don't seem that catastrophic, especially, I don't know. These players like to play perfectly though, right? I mean, that's why they're the top of the game here. You don't become a world champ by being okay with a burn here and there. 535, 581, SV, level 21. Alex Thatch, level 20. About two Tetris lead for Alex Thatch at this point. Oh my goodness. I missed a lot of chat here, but unfortunately this game's getting a little heated. I'll see if I can catch up a little bit. KC was the best last minute decision I ever made. 14-hour drive. Oh my gosh, that's a huge drive. Yeah, were you driving 50 miles an hour? Tetris, you'll save money on canes during the drive. Twitchy Witchy Girl 44, first time chatter, welcome. This is giving me hear palpitations. Jesus, but I love it. I don't know what Jesus has to do with anything, but you know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not a big deal. You're good. Jati in chat, I didn't know Alex likes tea. 6.99 now 7.28 for Alex. That's 7.68. I've noticed that SV's 25 and 15 and whatever else is very 35, very white. A lot of white on the capture color there. White with a little bit of green. 867 to 742. Although that still probably beats the wow simul Tetris for these players. But look at this, the colors going crazy on Alex Thatch's board. Incredible. It's doing like some coordinated dancing to the music or something. I don't know. 779. Boy, oh boy, SV really pouring on the points here. Up 100,000 into level 26 for Alex Thatch, 27 for SV's board, though. Gonna have to try to bring this down. That lead starting to disappear. Level 28. Oh my goodness, there's a couple of really bad misdrops for SV. Struggling now, level 28. Not gonna be able to do anything more. 945 will be it. Alex Thatcher gonna chase down. You need to get 946. One more Tetris would do it. And there's the Tetris. Alex Thatch gonna take this one in a sweep. Unfortunate, but GG's. We'll give Alex his winner's scene as soon as he's done with his mullen. I'll go ahead and report this. 1B / SV. Well, Alex SV, sorry, I know that didn't go the way you wanted. I know your injury probably didn't help much, but GG's nonetheless. It was close for pretty much the entire way, so. GG's to you. And especially GG's to Alex with a 3-0 win. Copy link address, and we'll get this reported right now. $1.184 into 20 or 31. I'm so used to like commentating DAS and or TMP players that we just don't see 31 very often. It's not a thing I have to worry about. So I see the colors and I immediately assume the level. GG's. You're the winner, Alex. Congratulations. That's right. Clap, clap, clap. All right. Thumbs up. Fantastic. Well done, sir.
Oh, both players' boards getting up pretty high here. Portal's going to open up the right side. Meme's got some work to do to bring this board down, though. Where is this bar? Oh, overshift to the L. And Portal's going to early top here on 18. Game number 2 between Portal and Meme. We'll count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we've got different places on piece number 1. He's going different parts of the board. But both players will set up and score that first Tetris. Bit of a weird stack for Portal to start off the second game. Tetris for Meme. And Meme's gonna jump out to an early lead here as something happened on Portal's side that resulted in a bunch of burns there. Well, that's an interesting overhang. L does show up to resolve it. Now is Tetris ready? We'll get that Tetris. 38,000 point lead for Meme here in the early going. As I'm going to take this opportunity to close my window. It is hot in here. Oh! Tetris for me. Portal striking back there. Chops the lead in half. Down to about 18,000. First me making top 4 of our CTO playoffs last season. Has been fairly dominant recently in CTL last couple seasons, so it's a pretty high likelihood we'll see her back in the playoffs, but it's a pretty tough division, I think. We got the likes of Alex T in there, SV, Dangler coming back, and now, of course, Portal, so 1B is no joke. Not that 1A isn't. That's that division's got Scooty over there. Good luck if you're in 1A. 300,000 for Meme 281 for Portal. Weird looking board for Portal right now, but it can be resolved with a tuck. And gets the L for it too. Gets a Tetris beforehand. So everything should be alright. Longbar dependency is going to be burnt away. So Meme maintains control, 57,000 points in the lead. Couple of J dependencies, and within 3 pieces, Portal gets 2 J's to fill them. I don't know about you, but that's not my experience with Tetris. If I have 2 J dependencies, I don't get another J for the rest of the game. All 15 pieces of it. Meme still in the lead by about a Tetris and a half in pace. 38,000 points. And both players looking for some pretty nice transitions here. 600K for each is on the table. Meme has a shot at 650. Let's see if she can get that. Of course, Meme, one of her many accomplishments that she has under her belt this year was the incredible 1 hour qualifier she put up at Genesis, which I had the fortune to be able to commentate with Mr. Bidwell. Where she put up 9 maxes and a bit of a kicker. It was a very small kicker. That kind of qualifier is just amazing to even think about. Here we go, level 19, 580 for Portal, who goes in well before Meme, is playing 2 rows off the ground and still scoring Tetrises. Meme goes in at 654. So a bit of a discrepancy in score as we start off the post. Tetris there for Portal, who's going to get this well back over to the right side. Meme with a double well, resolves that with an L. Ooh. Little short SC verse kind of threw her for a loop there instead of going S flat. Ended up having a misdrop of the Z later. This is still a fairly tight game here. I think it's about 2.5 Tetrises in pace at the moment. Portal getting the Tetris while Meme's having a burn. That will eat into that pace a little bit. 822 for Meme, 799 for Portal. Another Tetris for each. As we enter level 24, the halfway mark of these accelerated speeds before we go to the lovingly named kill screen, which no longer kills top players. Another Tetris for Portal here. There's our first max out for Meme, 1,001,000. And here's the first of the day for Portal. 1,015,000 into level 26. Meme's still on 25. And will Tetris into 26 at 1,067,000. Well, still a very tight game here. At this rate, this will be decided on 19. However, we do have a bit of a drought coming in, but Portal weathers it just fine. Meme's board kind of a little in a spot at the moment. Just gonna have to bring this down, and that's given Portal the opportunity to take the lead. But is it a real lead? We'll find out when we get the transition scores. Portal threatening a 1.2. We'll get it. 1,229,000 into level 29. Another Tetris for the 1.3. Meme goes in at 1,190,000. So about a Tetris separating the players into level 29. Meme is currently trailing by 120,000 points. Portal so far has been playing this post very clean. Another Tetris, almost a 1.4 on the board. There's another Tetris. Look at this. Both players are just pushing each other to the limit. It's just a 2 Tetris game right now. A little bit of complication for Portal. It's going to have to find a way to bring this down. How's that? Long bar over to the right. Oh, and this dependency's just not getting solved. But, oh, and it's going to hang a piece on the right, so Portal tops out. Meme, you have a chase down. You need 1,505,000. That's F05. And Meme being the consummate professional, just going to line it out. One more, maybe one line, maybe two. But a triple. How about a triple? A triple works. Meme is good. It has a 2-0 lead. What a game from Portal, though. I mean, getting 1.5 and losing is pretty much standard Div 1 stuff, but still, to get a 1.5 is pretty impressive. And as quickly as he did, too. I look at that. He's on level 34. I'm going to try for one last Tetris here. Already has the rollover and will enter level 39 with a score of 1,668,000. GG's. Let's go ahead and give them a seed for game 3. We have both players ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down for game number 3. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Just a reminder that up next we'll be dropping down to Division 3A. As we'll bring in Doggo Mari to bring on, or to take on, Kiradev. Mari has already played a match. Fell, I believe, in a decider to Dr. Knockers. But Kiradev will be opening her Season 29 campaign. Interesting early sack here for Portal. Playing one row off the ground with an L tuck, gets it done. Bar goes over for the Tetris. And gets a very nice burn there. Yeah, guys. Oh, Meme tried to get a nice burn too, but the piece didn't come. At least not in time. So Portal has gotten this board down. It's still one row off the ground, but certainly a lot safer territory, and he has been scoring from that. That looked like a misdrop on the long bar there, like it went too far to the right. Hecate, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Got 5 raiders coming over from her channel. Kiradev saying this will be my first comp game in weeks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's good to take some time off. This is a close one right now. 218 for Portal, 214 for Meme. Nice spin there for Meme. Still has some things to resolve, as S would be really desirable right now. Which, of course, is why he didn't get one. But this burning from Portal here has given Meme the lead. Omenvoir, hey now, what's going on? Welcome in. Hashtag respect 18. Or you know, you could just choose 19 starts and not have to worry about 18. Right? Portal still playing one row off the ground, but does have one of the 2 holes filled in already, so probably just waiting for an opportunity to get that last one taken out. And as we saw last game, Portal's not going to be afraid to keep that board one row up into level 19 either. So we'll see if he continues to show that level of patience and aggression at the same time. Patiently aggressive. Only in Tetris. $4.79 at the 100-line turn for Portal. Meme is already past that. And we'll hit 513. She's already got one 650 transition under her belt. Gonna wait for a T maybe to spin. It's not going to show. Just going to bite into the pace lead a little bit. Tetris for Meme. There's the Tetris for Portal. Level 19 looming. There's the bar. Tetris for Meme has 2 more available. Can't quite hit the 650 this time around, but both players looking at 600 transitions. Portal goes in at 621. Ooh, awkward board there for Meme. We'll get the Tetris going in at 637, but we'll have to play a little bit of cleanup here. And that cleanup has been done. Almost before I could even get the words out of my mouth. That's how quick and efficient these Division 1 players are. Tetris for both players. The lead is real-time Portals, but Portals also ahead by 5 lines at the moment, so either way you slice it, though, it's neck and neck. Oh, Portal getting up really high. Gets the bar over for the Tetris. Gotta be careful about letting that board climb. Does get that board down to a whole bunch of Tetrises. Meme having to play cleanup. And then gets the bar over for the Tetris. Oh, this board for Portal is not very healthy. The Portal is getting things open up. Now has that column 8 open. Looks for the bar. Bar's not coming. But keeps it alive long enough for the Tetris. And another one. 863 for Portal. 818 for Meme, behind by 11 lines. As long as she can stay efficient, she can keep pace. Tetris for Meme. Did have to create a hole in the stack for it, though.